Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. Today we'll be discussing one of the few holiday movies that has came out this year on streaming service. Of course, that is Spirited, which stars Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. So sit back, relax, put some holiday cheer on, and let's get started.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
So Spirited can actually be found on Apple TV Plus. This movie was out on the theaters, which I believe was for either a couple of weeks or maybe a month, and then made its way to, of course, Apple TV Plus, which you can watch it on the streaming service. This film or movie was directed by Sean Anders. It was written by Sean Anders as well as John Morris. The of course, actors and actresses that you may know is Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, and Octavia Spencer. Now, it is not so much a musical version of the original Charles Dickens story as it is kind of like a sequel to the original Charles Dickens story. In my opinion, it's not as classic as the Charles Dickens because it is one that's always being retold countless years. It's a classic. Let's just put it that way. It is about, of course, Ryan Reynolds being kind of like the Scrooge of the 21st century now. And of course, Will Ferrell, not giving away who he is or anything of that nature within the story, but he is the ghost of Christmas present, which kind of showcases Ryan Reynolds and trying to get him back on the right track because he is a jerk in real life and he's trying to, of course, make him the good guy. Now, if we all know, of course, the classic Charles Dickens story of The Christmas Carol, it is one of the films that you already know what's going to happen. Now, the story that leads up to it is very original in that manner, not only to, of course, highlight what a classic Christmas Carol is, but also add, again, the 21st century element to it. I will say this movie, in my opinion, I feel like it would work better more on the Broadway atmosphere than, of course, theatrical release. The only reason why I say that is primarily because of the fact that this movie, the core element to it, when it's trying to be serious, it kind of the musical elements take you away from that seriousness. It takes you away from, of course, what you're trying to pay attention to or what the actual true story is trying to showcase. Now, don't get me wrong, the musical elements are, of course, catchy in that manner, and they do fit within the story. So that's not taking it out of context or anywhere in that nature. I'm just saying that this movie may have done a little bit better if the musical elements were taken out. Don't get me wrong, I do like musical theater as well as musical movies like Phantom of the Opera, Greatest Showman, and a few others. But of course, where this falls flat is where a lot of the movies kind of similar to this fall flat. And that is you either make it a musical, full-blown musical, or you just make it a regular movie. Now, a lot of you may disagree with me in that nature, but again, my personal opinion, it would work better if it was a Broadway musical than the actual theatrical. Now, of course, there are elements to it where it's fun, it's engaging, but it's just one of those things that are hit or miss. That's my opinion, not taken away from your guys' opinion because every opinion counts. Will it become a classic? Yes. For those who love things like this, absolutely, hands down, it will be a classic. Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell, and of course, Octavia Spencer does a wonderful job in doing this. All the actors and actresses do. But is it one that could have been easily missed? Yes. And I feel that's what had happened. But overall, it's not a movie to sleep on because everyone should actually watch it because it does fill that Christmas element that all of us are looking for a new Christmas movie throughout the holidays. However, again, that's only my humble opinion. What did you guys think? Did you like it or did you not like it? Would love to know what you guys thought about it. Don't get me wrong. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was fun and entertaining. Just a few key points that, of course, I had to share. But if you want to see more reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you follow us on all social platforms, and we'll see you next time for our next review.